Ready? Okay. Yes, if you just stand right here, right in front of the boom.
Oh, cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
When you're up, if you just stay right here in front of the boom mic.
Oh, did you like hiking on the mountain? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. How old is your kid? Oh. Oh, no wonder. Do you like camping? Oh. Hiking? You know, Fifty Lake is so beautiful. Have you been to the lake yet?
Mr. Arth, good morning.
4th of July? Oh.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Stephen Bryan. I'm the Regional Director for South Siskiyou County with the Siskiyou Community Resource Collaborative, and I'm the Director of the Dunsmuir Community Resource Center. I want to thank you and welcome you to the 3rd annual blessing of the Dunsmuir Community Garden. As you know, this year is a little bit different, so we're thankful for Siskiyou Media Council to be here today to live stream this throughout the county so that as many people could be a part of this as possible. So about 3 years ago, when I first came down to take over this position, Peter Arth and a group of Dunsmuir volunteers who are running the community garden asked me if we could get more involved to help them out. With us being a nonprofit, we were able to go after grants and do more fundraising and really help support the community and build up the garden. I thought it was a perfect marriage between the two organizations with the Dunsmuir Community Garden volunteers and the Resource Center. From that, we've been able to go out and write some grants. We got a big one from Shasta Regional Foundation last year for $11,300. That grant has led to increasing capacity for growing in the garden by 100%. It's also, we were able to put in an irrigation system throughout the garden, buy much needed supplies and other materials. That also was a good selling point for us to get funds and donations and go after other grants from other organizations. Sousa Ready Mix has donated over 10 tons or 10 cubic feet of cubic yards, of soil to the garden the last 2 years. Spring Hill Nursery has been helpful with supplying us with compost and giving us a discount on products. I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank the community. We have a program here in the Dunsmuir Community Garden called the Adopt a Bed program. So as you can see around me, there's signs throughout the garden. These signs identify sponsors of beds in the garden. Each bed is a $100 sponsorship. All proceeds go directly back into the garden. They go to seed, soil, amendments, starters, any other supplies to get us through the season. We're very thankful of numerous organizations, but I wanted to mention a few of them. Pizza Factory has always been a great contributor, not only to the garden, but to the Resource Center. They help us with meals for our parenting programs and other community events that we do throughout the year. We want to thank Paris Petrick and her husband Steve and their son Jack. They've sponsored 2 beds in the community garden. Judy King, most of you know Judy King. She's our main rock here at the Dunsmuir Community Resource Center. She runs the office here Tuesday through Thursday and on Friday mornings. Uh, Barbara Martin, is Barbara Martin here today? Okay, Barbara Martin. So we have a sign up here, Levity Rabbit. That is actually Barbara Martin. She's one of the original founding members of the Dunsmuir Community Garden years ago. She's a great contributor. Ron McLeod and the Dunsmuir Hardware, we can't thank them enough. He's one of the most giving individuals in the area, and he always supports the garden and the resource center. We want to thank, of course, Peter Arth. Without Peter Arth, there is no Dunsmuir Community Garden. So we really want to thank Peter Arth. Not only does he provide us with this land to do the gardening at no charge, but he also puts a lot of his own money back into the garden. He has 5 beds that he sponsors every year, not to mention all the time and effort he puts into it. He's on city council. He was on my advisory board for a while, but his plate got filled up, and I understand. We'll let that one slide, but literally I don't know if everybody realizes how much Peter Arth does for the city of Dunsmuir. And politics aside, he's a great individual, and I just want to thank Peter Arth personally. We also want to thank Susan Keeler, the superintendent principal at the Dunsmuir Elementary School. The elementary school has sponsored a bed. We work together with the preschool students at the school and do gardening projects with them. Heather, the preschool teacher, is a volunteer here in the Dunsmuir Community Garden, and we do bird feeder projects. We do story times at the preschool, elementary school. We do community events down here in the garden. Last year we did a huge literacy event with the Dunsmuir Library in the garden. So we're very proud to have a great relationship with both the schools here actually, but specifically the elementary school and our ongoing relationship. We also do trainings with them, so they're a great partner. We want to thank Linda Sheben and her husband. Linda Sheben is the head of the Disaster Planning Action Committee here in Dunsmuir. She's also on our South County Advisory Board. Her husband sponsor a bed. They do a lot for the community. She's helped me keep the Dunsmuir Community Care Team going when I first came down to help get my feet wet, and she helped keep that ongoing until we were able to build it up to where it is now. We also want to thank Chris Robideau. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He's a business owner down by the pizza factory. He's sponsoring a bed this year. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. Ann Powers. Is Ann Powers here today? Ann Powers is the original Dunsmuir Community Garden founder also, along with Barbara and Peter and Rami White. She always sponsors a couple of beds every year. She donated a lot of the wood, the older wood that we have here before we were able to purchase with our Shasta Regional Foundation over $1,000 of new lumber. She helped us organize the building of the fence to help protect the assets here in the garden, and just want to thank Ann for everything she's doing. I know she's behind the scenes lately because of everything that's going on, but she's in our hearts and minds, and we think about her all the time. One of the things I wanted to talk about is our beautiful new feature here in the Dunsmuir Community Garden, our new waterfall. So last year, when we got the funding from the Shasta Regional Foundation and were able to put in an irrigation system, we went out to bid with some different contractors in the community. We ended up awarding it to Ross Taylor, who had recently become the president of the Eagles Lodge here in Dunsmuir. Ross personally designed and inputted the irrigation system and oversaw the project and brought in other community members to make sure it got done, and it got done in a very timely manner. One of the great things about Ross was he had a lot of vision and insight, and his history of working with landscaping and irrigation system led to he came to me one day when he was working on irrigation and said, "Steve, I have a great idea. This back rock wall you have over here, wouldn't that be amazing if you had a waterfall coming down from it?" And I was sold 2 seconds later. I was like, "Ross, that's the best idea I've heard all year. Let's do it." So he volunteered his own time. And I want to thank Phil O'Leary, who's no longer here, but both of them would go down to the river. They would buy permits from the county and collect the river rock on their own time. pulling huge boulders out of the river and loading them in their truck and bringing them up here to help make this happen. They personally dug out this hillside and laid down most of the foundation and groundwork for this fountain. Unfortunately, very unexpectedly, at the end of last year, Ross Taylor passed away very suddenly. It was a huge loss for us. Obviously, the fountain hadn't gotten very far other than the hard work and labor for the foundation and the rocks. It was a big loss for all of us, and we think about him all the time. So now when I hear the sound of this water gushing back here, it reminds me of Ross Taylor, because he was a very loud, boisterous person and very funny. So to me, it's Ross yelling at us all day long with jokes. Ross's family is here. I want to thank the Taylor family, Fred and Mary and his brother Alan. Alan personally has been devoting his own time to continue the vision of the water fountain, the waterfall. He has helped oversee with Jardin, I hope I pronounced this correctly, Jardin Landscaping. Christian, who runs Jardin Landscaping, Alan works for him. They donated their time and effort and equipment to help finish this off. I want to thank John with Diversified Electric. He personally came in and helped lay the electrical work that went into running the fountain. He's been offering his own time personally to be here. I wish that Ross could see his vision come to fruition, but I know he's here. I know he's with us, and I was proud to know him and have him around the short time we did. So today we have a couple different individuals from the community that are going to help us with the blessing of the garden. The first person that I'm going to introduce, his name is Michael Tulip Meadows. He's Native American Cherokee from the Midwest back in Missouri. He's been in the area since last winter. He's been a huge volunteer here in the community garden and at the resource center, helping us with the pantry, volunteering numerous hours with cleaning, organizing, distribution of food, and he's now our official Dunsmuir Community Garden guru. But before I have him come up, I want the community to know that we have a committee, Dunsmuir Community Garden team of volunteers that meet monthly that coordinate all the activities here. And the activities include planting, weeding, and gardening, but they also include supplying the food bank here at the Dunsmuir Community Resource Center and senior commodity boxes with fresh produce and herbs during the season when we have extra. We also have a committee that helps work with public health and First 5 Siskiyou to bring nutritional and cooking classes to the community. We use produce that's grown here in the garden for those cooking and nutritional classes. We help people learn how to eliminate sugar from their diets, how to stretch their budget, how to grow their own fruits and vegetables, how to be creative with their menus. Just go down in the garden and find out whatever's available at the time and get creative and make a meal out of it. We've done zucchini coleslaw, we've done numerous different types of salsas, hummus. The kids love the fresh zucchini and squash and cucumbers and tomatoes. They'll pick it right off the vine and eat it. That leads me into my next topic. We also do children and family gardening programs here in the garden. We're not able to start them yet. Hopefully soon we'll get to that stage with the county and we can start doing those again. Those are heavily attended by families from all over the county, not just Dunsmuir. We have families coming from outside of Dunsmuir down to attend those. It's built friendships and bonds. It's helped strengthen their own network, so they have their own support system where if we're not around, now they have friends and family in the community of Siskiyou County that they can rely on and reach out to in times of need. That's one of our main focuses here, is building community, strengthening families, providing concrete support in times of need, and helping others get a leg up. Yeah, sorry, I know. Sorry, Ted. So there's a lot going on in the community. There's a lot going on in the Resource Center and the community garden, and we can't do it on our own is kind of what I'm trying to get to. It takes a great group of volunteers, community members, organizations that come together to support us so we can support the community and make it as great as we possibly can. So I just wanted to mention the members of the community garden team, which are, of course, Peter Arth, Ann Powers, Barbara Martin, Rami White, myself, Catherine Wallace, Cynthia Henderson, Denise Willie, sorry, I always pronounce that wrong. Sorry, Denise. Dana Kent, Andrea Herr, Janine Sidikowski, Judy King, and Chrissy Montgomery. I hope I didn't forget anybody. And Jessica Mosher. Without Jessica Mosher, a lot of this work wouldn't happen this year. She has been a godsend. Other than Tulip, Jessica and Tulip have probably done more work in this garden this year than anybody. If you look around, all these new plants that are sprouting out of these beds, this all happened just in the last couple of weeks. I mean, every time I come down, every 2 days I come down here, they're bigger and better looking. So thank you, Jessica. She was just in here this morning weeding, putting in fish emulsion, checking on the plants. Her tender, loving care and Tulip's has been greatly appreciated. So thank you both. So on that note, I'll bring out Michael Tulip Meadows, Native American Cherokee. He's gonna, he also does flutes. He makes flutes, he plays flutes. He does American drumming. We have a lot of great activities planned in the future involving Tulip's participation. So thank you.
Thank you, Steve, for that introduction. But one thing he had forgot is I also sat on that council. I guess that in little name, little words, little letters, my name is there, as I am new on the council. But I want to thank each and every one that is here today, and for the ones that's going to listen and hear it. Not only do you listen with your ears, but you open up your hearts and you hear the words that comes from my heart, and I will talk to your heart. A great blessing will be done on this land today for all the plants that are here and for the ground. This morning, when I came out early, I told each and every one of these little plants, I said, we have special guests that are coming into our home. So be at good behavior, stand proud, be strong, because these people are coming into our home. We must welcome them. I would like to thank Steve for what all he does. He's been one of the gatherers that brought us plants. Peter, he has built things here so we can grow and make prosperous plants that reach up to the skies, reach up to the heavens. And Jessica, there's Jessica, and there's Barbara and Cynthia and myself, but they are the planters. Each one of us had a position here that we had done. And it honored my heart to hear a little girl, 2 years old, talking to her mother, asking her, what's this? And her mother, Jessica, would tell her what that plant was, whether it was an herb or a vegetable. And it reminded me of my own people, of the Cherokee. In our culture, the women are all called mothers. They are the mothers of the people. And so it done my heart good that she is telling and teaching the ways to the little ones. And if you come into this garden, you can see what we have done with it. People say, Tulip, you've done an excellent job. And I said, no, it's the garden committee. Because each of us has a part, just like a spider web. It takes each strand to make a strong spider web. Without every strand to make the web, then it's just a cobweb that just blows in the wind and does nothing. So come in and walk around and see what we have done. I will sit with you, tell you stories, and we will talk about the waterfall, about Ross Tyler, his spirit that sings through the water that hits the rocks and it dances down into the pond. And you can hear his songs, not only if you listen with your ears, but you must listen with your heart. That's what this is all about. This is sacred land. This is a sacred place, the garden. And so each one that is here and each one that's listening, open your ears and your heart and be blessed today and let your spirits grow. When I came to this town back in December, I came with the blizzard that blew through. I did not know anyone. And now I am here and I help the community. I have brothers and sisters now here that I hold deep into my heart. Paris and Steve, they are deep in my heart. The committee, Ross's family that I have just met, I hold them deep into my heart. The people of this community, I know many of them now, like I've lived here all my life. This is now my tribe, and you become part of the tribe. Come to Dunsmuir, check out the garden, and see if you don't feel the peace in your heart when you leave here. Steve, thank you.
Thank you, Two Leaf. Before I bring our next presenter, or blesser, I should say, I just wanted to mention a couple other organizations and things that have been going on. So last year, I met with the City of Dunsmuir and the Finance Committee, and they awarded the Resource Center $10,000 for the first time, and that has been very beneficial in our food pantry and keeping the garden going. So I just wanted to thank City Council and the mayor and the city manager for their help in providing those funds to us. And also I want to know, most of you might know, but in Dunsmuir, the Resource Center and I had the Dunsmuir Community Care Team. And there's a large group of organizations throughout the county that meet regularly every week to help provide services to this community. And it includes city council members, it includes the Dunsmuir Rotary, Ray Keller, the superintendent principal from the high school, Susan Keeler, the superintendent principal from the elementary school. It includes Linda Sheben from Disaster Planning and Action Committee. It includes public health. It includes Siskiyou County Behavioral Health. I'm sure I'm forgetting other organizations. It includes Sheriff John Lope and Sheriff Ben Wetstein in the Sheriff's Department. All of these people take time out of their schedule every week to meet online with me during the COVID situation. Before we met in person. Obviously we can't do that right now, but just so you know, there's a great group of organizations in the community and in the county working for the benefit of the citizens here in Dunsmuir. At this time, I'd like to introduce Yesha Matthews. She's the priestess of the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple, and we're very pleased and happy to have her this year as a new presenter here, and bless her.
Hello and welcome to the blessing of the Dunsmuir Garden, Siskiyou County. And I see that quite a few of us are craving the shade, and I so support that. But maybe you might, if you think you could be in the sun for about 5 or 6 minutes, fan out. And it's sort of convenient because we can socially distance if everybody picks one bed and stands over it to chant. So if you can, then we're all 6 feet apart. So go ahead and don't be shy. Pick a bed. Look at this. God bless the fishes in the deep blue sea. We're going to all find a bed and we're going to stand over it. We're going to chant. We're going to chant to the Great Mother Tara. Today in the Buddhist calendar is Sagadawa Duchen. It's a million multiplier karma day. It's the day that Shakyamuni Buddha was born. achieved enlightenment, and passed out of form and into pure rainbow light. And so how wonderful that all of us get to participate in this today and to welcome all these blessings times 1,000,000. And before we begin that, I'd like to take a moment and say thank you to the ancestors of this land, the First Nations peoples of this land, the Winnemem-Wintu, the Shasta, the Karuk, the Yurok, the Pit River Tribe, and many others who traversed these pathways and tended this land for millennia, and who endured some of the greatest massacres in American history. And let us never forget that, and may that never be repeated. May all Indigenous people feel safe on their land, and may their land be the whole world. And may we learn from those ways. They are the ways of survival and love. So, we're going to chant to Tara, the Great Mother. Look at the green in front of you. Green Tara, she's right here. Green Tara is the female Buddha who saves humanity. And I just think about all the seniors eating the produce in these boxes and bags that go out. And this is Tara. This is her essence going out, nourishing our community. So this is a very joyful chant. We're going to do 108 of them, and you're going to stand in the sun for about 5 minutes, but then we're going to be able to get back in the shade, and we're all going to feel so good. I'm going to just go ahead and start, and then I want you to not be shy, and I want you to join in. And anybody who's watching at home, I hope you're going to chant along on your living room couch or in your own garden. All right, so it goes in a round of 4. I'm going to start. Listen to me do the first 4, and then join in when you feel confident. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Pour out green. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Pure joy. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Give it to the plants. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Om tare tu re soha, our great green mother. Om tare tu re soha. 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 For our seniors, Dream Life Force. Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha. Our grandmothers. Om tare tu re soha. Grandfathers. Om tare tu re soha. 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 A million times karma. Om tare tu re soha. 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 We're almost there. Keep going. Om tare tu re soha. Joy in your heart. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Every healing herb. Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha. Are you singing along at home? Om tare tu re soha. 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 So that even the stones can hear us. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Are things getting greener? Om tare tu re soha. 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 tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. It's worth it. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Thank you, Blessed Mother. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Thank you, Father. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. And really fast. Om tare ture soha. 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 Big green bubble, get ready. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. Om tare ture soha. And send up that big green bubble all over the garden, and it rains down. And the Great Mother is pleased, and the Great Father is pleased, and we are blessed. Thank you for participating. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Yesha. That was wonderful. We're going to turn it back over to Two Leaf. He's going to do his blessing now and add his touch to the garden also. So, Two Leaf Meadows.
Yeah. Hi. My sister has this crystal that she would like to donate to the baby garden.
Before I start this blessing, I would like to play a song in honor for Ross and his family, and for each one in their own lives that has went through their own trail of tears. The Cherokee people, our Trail of Tears was in 1838 to 1839. But the man that had wrote this song, he was a slave runner in the late 1700s. And he had heard the slaves praise and worship their father, and it touched his hearts. And so he gave up the slave ship, and he got saved. And he wrote a beautiful song. And then in October of 1838, when the Cherokee had to leave their land and head west, the elders, they looked to the western sky, and they'd seen the dark clouds. And with a heavy heart and tears in their eyes, they sang this song as they walked. And so I would like to play this song for the Ross family and for each one that's listening. What I have is the earth from our mother. We give it to the great spirit of the sky, our Father, that lives above us. We give it to the four winds. I am Tali, Ulagi, Gagoge, Chilagi Yan, Chi Chi, That's two leaf of the Cherokee people of the Burke clan. I represent my people. And I call to the 500 nations that are on this earth, on this land. So their ancestral spirits are with me as I do this blessing in the American Indian way. The sacred herbs that I use from our ancestors from the east and Midwest and from the northern plains, the ghost sage. I use the sweetgrass that comes from the Momac people of Massachusetts. I use the bitter root that was given to me by a medicine man of the Modoc and a medicine woman of the Karuk here in this land. And I put these things together because each of us is like these plants. You look around and you see all these different plants, all kinds of plants. And they live together in harmony in one area. Why can't us, as people of all cultures and nationalities, live together as one people? Strengthen each other's hearts, uplift our spirits with words of kindness and love, and compassion. I give the smoke to the four winds, so the ancestors, the spirits, will hear it. Because the Cherokee people believe that when we do this and say our prayers as the sacred smoke goes up to the heavens, then our prayers also is being lifted by the sacred smoke into the heavens. The Great Spirit, He hears us and He blesses us. My people from the east, the color is yellow. New life, another day. To the south, the color is red. The heat, the summer winds. To the north, the color is white for the snow that comes and cleanses. Even though it gets cold, it brings healing to the land makes things in the spring grow. To the west, the color is black because it's night, and we rest our spirits and our bodies from a hard day of work, and it gives us comfort. We go into the worlds of the dreams. We talk to our ancestors there. People call them Mate. That's a walker between two worlds. The world that we live in now and the dream world. As Native people, we walk as Mate's because we also live in two worlds. But to be able to bring both worlds together as one, it helps us inside with our spirits. It helps us inside to deal with troubling hearts. And why walk by somebody that you know their heart cries and you walk by and do nothing, when all it takes is a kind word to stop and tell them that they are not alone. It wipes the tears from the heart, not only from the eyes. That's what we must learn and teach. We are all brothers and sisters under one Creator. We need to act like it. This is like a family reunion here in the community. That's our people. We become not only a community of hope, but we become a strong tribe. Where the women, they watch the children. And us men, we watch the women that watch the children and protect them all. We watch over the weak, the brokenhearted. We give them strength when they need it. And that's what it's all about. This prayer that I'm going to do, I will do it in English. Because without you knowing the language, then it's just words of babble. And I want the words to be able to touch your heart, to give you the strength that you need to go through another day, to give you the strength and the words to help others when they're in need. Ones that lose their loved ones, like now, we got the spirits of chaos that are attacking us with this COVID-19. That's the bad spirits, whether it's man-made. The bad spirits that's running that man that made it, if that's what it is. We have to stand against the bad spirits that walk across this land. And we all need to become spirit walkers. We become a light in a world of darkness. And that's what it's all about. To let others that has a heart that's cold. But I tell people that even the coldest snow in the wintertime, does it not break down and melt with the warmth of the sun? So any cold heart, with the right words, with a warm and tender touch, it could also melt down. There's a door to each of our hearts. Just knock on it. You'll be surprised on how many will welcome you in. We plant seeds among the ground, and we have plants. But with words, we also plant seeds into the hearts of people. This is my home, my sanctuary. Anytime people come in here with a troubled heart, I sit and I visit with them. They walk out of here with peace. Before we can plant the seed, we must use strong and kind words. Become the plow, because we must plow the ground before planting a seed. So I tell people, yes, we do. We plant seeds. But I am a plow that will go through the hardest of hearts to plant that seed. If we all come together and follow our great Spirit, the Father of all the living things, then you become water and will cultivate that seed that is planted. And with kind words, with that person, you will melt down their heart. And from their eyes, their tears will fall like rain. And they will water that seed that has been planted. And we will plant goodness and righteousness across this land like a field of wild strawberries. I know that we can't get in a circle and hold hands. And I know the ones that watch this can't join us in person, but they can join us in spirit. So as we lift our hearts to the great skies, to the heavens, I will say a prayer to bless this land, to help heal the hearts of anyone that's here today. All I can do is plant the seed. Only the Creator can do the healing. But I'm a tool that He uses to help the healing begin. And so as we lift our hearts to the heavens and bow our heads, I will bring honor and I will say a prayer. Heavenly Father, Creator of all living things, we thank You for this blessed day that You have given us today. We thank You for the rain, the wind, the water. Father, we thank You for this community and what You have done to keep it strong, to keep us in comfort, and to shield us from any bad spirits that try to attack. Father, I ask You to reach down and give us a blessing on this land and on this garden. For each plant that grows lifts their leaves up to the heavens, and they thank You for another day. We hear the songs of the birds as they sing, thanking You for another day. We ask You, Father, to forgive us of our wrongdoings and to take all bitterness out of our hearts and fill it with love and compassion for all people. To give us strong words that will touch not only their ears but their hearts, so they can grow and know that they don't walk this land alone, that there are people here that care and are here for them. We ask You with Your breath through the wind to bring the wind into this garden, and the spirits of our ancestors and our loved ones, to always remember them in our hearts. That way their spirit and their stories will never die. We ask You, Father, to keep us on a righteous path and let us grow strong together. And I pray these things in the name of Jesus. I do pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Two Leaf. Thank you. It's 12 o'clock. Thank you, Yesha. Thank you, Two Leaf. Thank you all that are here and those that couldn't be here. Thank you for all the hard work and time and effort that goes into the garden, to all of our wonderful volunteers and organizations. One last thing I wanted to mention was the farmers market here in Dunsmuir is opening up on the 25th, Thursdays 4 to 7. We do have a presence with the Dunsmuir Community Garden at the market, selling fresh, organically grown produce and herbs and flowers at a much needed discount so everybody can eat healthy and live healthy lives. So once again, thank you all for being here and coming out and watching at home and wherever you are. And God bless and thank you.